Hi, Gemini. I'm a little late getting these readings out. I'm a little frustrated today because I just did the Libra reading and it took forever to even try to get it to save on my laptop. So I'm having trouble with my video recorder on my laptop. So hopefully we won't have the same issue with you guys. Um, but we are doing a love reading for March. So just like for February, I'm going to be focused on past energies, present energies, fears or blockages, and any messages that need to come through to transition into March. My hair is like doing its own thing today. I don't know what's going on with it. Anyway, whatever. I am introducing some new decks today. I apologize if there's any ruckus going on in my house. My youngest daughter is home, so you might hear her little iPad in the background. I do have my pups here. My mom finally went home, so it's a little quieter than it's been for the last couple weeks. But she went home, and so right now the house is quiet, so I'm going to attempt to do your reading. When I was focusing on your energy before I started the video, I was feeling that there's a huge transition happening for Gemini. But I'm not sure if that's love, home life, or career. Hopefully you get some good messages coming through for you guys. I'm introducing some new decks. So this one I absolutely love. The cards are kind of almost like rubber, so they're very flexible. They do not create an arch because after using cards for a long period of time, they start to arch and bow and bend. These do not. I wish all tarot cards did this, but they don't. But this is the Game of Thrones tarot. Let's turn this around so you can see. If you watch the show, then I'm pretty sure you'll, well, maybe, okay, there it is. You'll enjoy this deck. I'll be using this to pick up on your energies during this reading. I am, again, using the Tarot of Sexual Magic because we are doing a love reading. And these, I really like the images on these and the purple foil there along the side, but the quality of these cards is not that good. They're very papery and they're very hard to shuffle because of how big they are. But one of the things that I noticed about them is that the foiling is already starting to come off. I don't know if you guys can see that. And the paper is already starting to peel. So the quality is not so great. The images are beautiful. The artist of this is Jasmine Beckett Griffith. I'll eventually get it. There's an oracle deck that is got her art on it as well. Different creator, but the creator of this is J.R. Riviera, I believe. I'm saying that right? Maybe, maybe not. But the messages with these are lovely. I do not read these in the reverse yet because of the definitions on these cards and what the creator wanted to put out in regards to the cards is quite in depth. So I will not be reading reversals in them for now, but eventually I will. So with that being said, we're going to move right into your reading. I'm just going to do a quick pre-shuffle here. I will be doing a mid-month reading too, so if this love reading does not resonate with you, I'm going to be doing general mid-month readings. And eventually I will be starting bi-weeklies, which I hope to kick that off soon. I do have quite a bit of time on my hands, but I'm also managing a home and children and dogs. My husband just deployed, so the girls are kind of having a tough time with the transition. That usually happens for the first couple of weeks that he's gone. So until our schedule kind of mellows out, I will not be doing bi-weeklies. But I do hope soon to start incorporating those into the reading, into the channel, sorry. These are very big cards. I don't know if you can see. They're very big. And I have very tiny hands, so they're a little hard to handle. I do recommend them, though, because it came with an extensive book. I'll show that to you here in just a second. It did come with a very extensive book. And if you're just new to tarot, these are very pleasing to the eye. The imagery is very nice. And the book contains several, yep, 6 of Wands. Moving forward, I said I saw a big change happening. So if you're looking for new spreads and that type of thing, these cards are really good for that. This is a pretty little box that came in. The artist, she also does images for Disney. She's got several books out on her art, but this is the book that came with it. And I love the way they set these out in here. But you can see here, it's quite in-depth. I did read the book, but I'm still getting a feel for them. But I wanted to point out, let's see, I think it's closer to the beginning of the book. So there are several different types of readings to do with these cards. I prefer to do my own spreads, but and they're pretty simple, but like just the way that they phrase it and that type of thing is quite interesting. And I may play around with some of the way that the questions are asked and formed for these. But again, I love the imagery on the cards. They're quite beautiful, but the quality not so great. This is the box that came with the Game of Thrones tarot. It's actually quite cool. And the instruction booklet is actually hardback, which I thought was awesome. But again, I don't read with the books. Like, I read what the creator had in mind when creating the deck. But I pull my own messages from the imagery and the energy that I'm feeling while doing readings. So we are going to go ahead and get started, focusing on the past energy. So anything leading up to March 1st of 2019. So anything recent leading up to March is what I'm focused on. So we'll see what's coming through for Gemini. Oh, got cards jumping out. Not quite ready for them though. There's the World card. And the Queen of Spears coming up. So we might be having a big ending happening here. Could be dealing with an Aries, Leo, Sag female. Potentially. Doesn't have to be. Alright. That sounds good. Okay. Here we go. Past energies. The 9 of Cups. Satisfaction, fulfillment in love. Like that. Ooh, the 8 of Spears in reverse. This could be internet communication. Somebody's not getting messages. Either you're sending messages and your person's not getting them, or they're sending messages to you and you're not getting them. It could be that you're withdrawing from social media. There could be some negative communication coming through on social media in regards to your happiness, perhaps. Maybe your family, friends, or whatever don't approve. 8 of Coins in reverse. Here we're working diligently towards something. We're honing our craft. We're continuing. Here we're not continuing. You're not receiving what it is you should be receiving. Pentacles for me are big time family cards. Because it has to do with our security and stability. So maybe you're feeling insecure due to some harsh communication that's happening. It's happening pretty quickly too. So it could be somebody speaking negatively about your partner, spouse, person you're dating, person you're interested in. We have the Ace of Cups in reverse. This is in the upright. Ace of Cups reversed. So you might have been rejected in love. Like, you could have been super happy, and then, you know, you might have been rejected by someone over the internet. Someone may be pretending to be something that they're not. The Ten of Coins in reverse. Okay, that's definitely family to me. It's like legacy and that kind of thing. And the Hermit is right behind that. So we're reflecting. We're going within. We're reflecting on things. Could have to do with family. Could be business, but I feel more family than business. Family may not approve. I'm going to do these a little differently. I'm just feeling it. Let's pick up on the past energies. That's too many. For the person that you're dealing with. This one. The Knave of Pentacles. And this deck is non-traditional. It's pretty controlling energy. A traditional tarot, it's a new beginning. Slow one, but but a new one. It could be new ventures, school, needing loans, that type of thing. But in the tarot of sexual magic, it's definitely more a controlling kind of vibe. You could be dealing with a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo with all these pentacles that are coming out. The person you're dealing with could be coming out of a controlling situation. We have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Here it is in reverse. There it is in the upright. Sorry, I'm a little shaky today. In the upright, it's a new beginning. It's a practical love. There's a karmic kind of tie to it too. But I'm showing that this person is probably coming out of that karmic bond with someone else. And right now they're not looking for a new beginning. That could be you. That could be the way they're seeing you. Maybe you came out of a controlling marriage. You have the Ten of Swords. There was some type of betrayal for your person that you're focused on. Or betrayal for you. I'm kind of feeling like these are flipped. Like, this is the person that you're dealing with, and this is your energy. That Ten of Swords, it's ultimate betrayal. And it is a third-party card. I want to point out right here in the background that the spouse, significant other, is cheating. There was cheating in the past. Again, I'm kind of feeling like this is more your... I don't know. It might be the person that you're dealing with, but I feel like this is more your energy here than it is up here. I think that this person maybe opened themselves up to you and could feel ultimate happiness with you, but you've stopped communication with them. And they're starting to no longer have the desire to move forward with you in love. Like, they could be more focused on family too and their security and stability. They're definitely withdrawing from you in a way, because there's no communication. So I think, like, you may be dealing with like a betrayal, a separation, a divorce, breaking karmic bonds, but you're not communicating with this person, so they're withdrawing. That's the bottom of the deck. Yeah, Two of Swords. A decision needs to be made. But if you look at this, he's like offering her this rose, but she's still pretty hesitant. Notice the sword right under her legs, like, make the wrong move and I'll cut you. That's kind of the feeling I get here. She's refusing to see what's in front of her. And that could be you. Again, I feel like this is more your energy than the person that you're dealing with. And then we have the, yeah, there's a breakup in a marriage right here. We have the Four of Swords. We're coming out of our head. And right behind that, we have the Empress. Again, I said you might be dealing with a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. This is Taurus or Aries for me. And this woman that you're focused on, she seems to be on the up and up, and strong in her convictions. Earth signs tend to be very direct, but very stubborn. But I feel like a marriage is ending due to betrayal. And I think that, like with the Hermit card that showed up here, you may be in your head right now about this separation, but where the energy moving out of here is you're coming out of your head about it. You know that you need to approach this woman, but you're not quite sure how, because you did stop communication. And I am picking up female, but again, it's feminine energy, but they're interchangeable because women and men both carry masculine and feminine vibes within them. So it could be male or female, but I am picking up female. So if you're a Gemini male, you're most likely dealing with a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo female who is starting to withdraw from you in love. Like, I think that they could see happiness with you, and they kind of want to be your stability, but they're starting to let go of the idea that there's going to be a return on their investment with their heart, because there's no communication happening from you. So let's see. What are the mutual messages coming through? This one. The King of Swords. Logic. So you need to approach this subject with this person logically. The artist did brand some of these cards with the zodiac signs. This one is showing Aquarius. And that's currently the season that we're in. We're moving into Pisces very soon. But we need to use logic at this time to broach the subject with this Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo that you may be dealing with. There's a need to get out of your head and have this logical conversation with this person. If you are dealing with a Taurus, logically is the only way to really deal with them. Queen of Swords, fairness. So Libra is featured in this card, but I think it's more what you deem to be fair, or what the person that you're leaving deems to be fair, or this Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo person deems to be fair. There needs to be a fair and just logical conversation that takes place. Like I said, again, let me talk to you guys for just a second here. So as I said, Earth signs are very logical people, and you have to approach them with fact, because they deal in fact. Whatever. Anyway, they deal in fact. So, and they're very stubborn. So once they've made up their mind about something, it is very hard to change their mind, because once they're set, they move forward. And they move forward logically and in a practical manner, especially if you're dealing with a Taurus. So if you're trying to reach out, which currently in the past energies I'm showing that you're not, but if you do decide to have this conversation and you're dealing with a Taurus, you need to approach it in a fair way where you're presenting fact and you're talking to them in logic, with logic. Because they will not accept anything else. If you try to come at them with some bullshit, they're going to call you on your bullshit. I'm just saying. So keep that in mind moving forward into March. Hi, sweetie Petey. Hi. You want to come say hi? Say hi, Gemini. My little one's homesick. You feeling any better? Ooh, Sagittarius. This is my little mini me. She looks just like her mom. She's homesick from school today. You gonna go climb in Memo's bed? Do you want to just be in here? Okay. Do you want to sit in the swivel chair? Do you want a blanket? How about you go get your blankie? No? You don't want a blanket? Okay. She's like, no, thank you. Okay, so moving on. Again, if you're dealing with a Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo, come at them with logic and have some sense about you before you have this conversation. Know exactly what you want to say and how you want to say it, because they will read you like a book. And they will sense, especially if this is a face-to-face conversation, they will sense that you're lying to them by body language, you not looking at them when you speak to them. Like, you need to make sure that you are 100% standing in your truth and dealing with them in a truthful way, because they will call you on your bullshit. Just saying. Okay. Let's keep going here. Mutual messages for the past energies. That one really wanted to come out, so we're going to pull that one. We have the Emperor. Aries or Taurus for me. This is amazing. So you need to be diplomatic in this situation. I know separations from someone is very hard, especially if you're coming out of a cheating scenario with a significant other or spouse. They may have already filed for divorce. May have already filed for divorce with the Queen of Swords here. Your past person could be an Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. Could also be Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. But I feel like that Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo is the person that you're currently like trying to speak to. We have the High Priestess, inner knowing, inner knowledge. Follow your intuition, and the Knight of Pentacles. So you're definitely, oh my gosh, and the Queen of Pentacles right behind that, and the Hierophant. So we are ending a marriage, most definitely. You have the Hierophant here, and this Queen of Swords. You could be dealing with a lawyer. There could be child support involved. Not really seeing children right now, but there may be. But I want to point this out. With the Knight of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles, I think that the Knight of Pentacles energy is definitely you moving very slowly to communicate. And this Queen of Pentacles, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, which it is showing Virgo on the card. And Capricorn for the Knight of Pentacles. But you are definitely dealing with a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, and you need to be logical in the way that you handle this. Follow your intuition. Use your inner knowledge, your inner wisdom to get through the situation. Because I feel like this Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo has been very patient with you, and now they're starting to lose their patience. Here with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, I feel like they're starting to lose their patience with you. Like, some type of communication needs to happen. It needs to happen soon. Otherwise, they're gonna move on, because they don't have time to wait to play second fiddle to someone else. They don't have time to be wasting. They've got their world to run. Especially with the Empress and the Emperor cards coming out, like, they have their kingdom to run, and if you want to be a part of their kingdom, then you need to let them know that you want to be a part of their kingdom. If you don't want to be a part of their kingdom, then stop playing games, is what I'm getting there. Now, if you are single and not dealing with anybody, then going back through these cards, like, you may have been in the past more focused on work. You're withdrawing from social media. There could have been some pretty harsh messages coming through text, email, that kind of thing, about someone that you were dating or interested in, and you guys are no longer together. So I'm getting the feeling that, Gemini, you're working more towards a practical start to change the situation. So, and then the other, which I was already talking about, is if you're married to someone, I see that, there may have been cheating. You may have cheated. They may have cheated. You both may have cheated, for all I know. But there is a severing of ties happening. If you view yourself as single because you guys are no longer living in the same place and you have decided to divorce, the messages still ring true in that case. So here we go. Back down. All right, here we go. My cloth seems a little askew here, and it's driving me crazy. All right, current energies for Gemini. Current energies for Gemini. One more. Oh, see? 3 of Swords and the 8 of Cups. So there's definitely a separation happening there. There was a third party at some point. The need to walk away from the marriage, the situation. 8 of Swords. Whew! Look at that. So somebody's really in their head. We are pulling Swords energy. Obviously, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. We are in the sign of Aquarius right now, moving into Pisces. But the person that you're dealing with, I feel, could be really stuck in their head about you, and they want to communicate, and maybe they've reached out to you, but you have not responded. So they're barring themselves in mentally to keep from reaching out to you. The Knight of Coins in reverse. So here it's an offer, a very slow one at that, like the speed of glue. But in the reverse, they're withdrawing from the situation, like they're moving out of it, because you've kept them mentally stuck, is what I'm feeling. The Page of Swords. So there might have been an argument. This is in reverse. There might have been an argument, a very harsh one. There may be a little bit of jealousy involved. With the mask there, I feel like the mask is coming off of the situation, and this person is just like, no, if you can't be honest, there might be lies. If you can't be honest with me, then I'm going to close myself off and I'm going to move on. I have other things on my plate that I need to deal with. 6 of Coins. So this person that you're dealing with is wanting to offer you help, but without the communication, they're going to withdraw, even though they care about you. 6 of Cups in reverse. So you may know them from the past. With the 6s coming up, that might be, something might have happened in the month of June. This is usually, reflecting on childhood memories, people from the past coming back. This is, they're not coming back. And we have the High Priestess in reverse. So lots of secret keeping, and the 8 of Cups showing up again. So there's a need to walk away from a situation, and you may be from their past. 6 months, 6 years, maybe you had something going with them for that long. But they're going to withdraw. Like, they want to offer help, but you're reluctant to take it, is what I'm getting. You may still be stuck in your head and afraid to move forward with this person. And there's been fights. I'm not really sure about the jealousy aspect, but there have been fights between you two. And maybe that's why the communication is stopped. I really feel that the person that you're dealing with, like the one that you need to talk to, like I see a need to speak to them. I think that person has told you how they feel about the situation, and you've been withdrawn from them, so they feel like they should just move on. Maybe they are trying to move on. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah. So this is that Wounded Warrior card. This is the 9 of Wands. Protecting your heart. But it's also being consoled by someone else. So if you're going through a separation and divorce, or divorce, and you're moving towards this, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, they want to help you. They want to heal your heart, is what I'm getting. Like, they want to help, but you're not sure that you can. You're not sure that you can open up to them. The 7 of Swords in reverse. This is a coming together here. We're not communicating. We're not on the same page. There's a desire to communicate, but it comes out harshly, I think. And so, like, the messages stop. because you guys are at a standstill, because you're at odds. You're seeing things differently, but the communication, I think, will flip that, and you guys will be better. We have the Knave of Wands, so it's dirty, dirty sex. In the upright, hot, sexy, steamy stuff. In the reverse, that's not happening. We're not moving forward. We're not starting anything new at this point. And again, I still feel like this is your energy here. You're blocking your heart. You're unable to communicate what it is you need. And you feel almost like a burden on this person, and you're very much in your head about it. So you're not ready to move forward. And maybe it's just sex for you with this Knight of Wands coming in. Like, I think you might have entered their life very quickly and then left as quickly as you came in. And they're like stuck wondering why you did that. Yeah, a decision needs to be made. Practical in love. So a decision needs to be reached. Are you going to go through the gate, or are you going to walk away? This is kind of what I'm getting here. So I think that maybe your initial dealing with this person from your past, you came in pretty quickly. You might have had a few times where you've had like burning, passionate sex, but now there's that withdrawal, and this person's like, what the fuck? Like, I wanna give to you, I wanna help you, but what the fuck? Is kind of what I'm getting. So there's that. If you're single, not dealing with anybody, you're still in your head, you're moving out of a situation, definitely. There has been some harsh communication, but you do have help to get through whatever heartbreak it is that you need to get through. So we're not moving forward right now, but I do see, like, we may still be enjoying sexual pleasures, maybe with our ex. But I think if that's the case, that you're just keeping yourself stuck in this mental state where it's harder for you to let them go. So if you are in that scenario where you're single and you're not with this person anymore, but you're still engaging with them sexually, I think that you should try to find a way to get out of that, because you're just going to cling to that person, even though you know it's toxic for you. Anyway, moving on. So we're going to look at mutual messages coming through for current energy starting March 1st. So again, these are for March 1st. That is entirely too many cards. Starting March 1st, new messages coming through for Gemini and the person that they're dealing with. Let's see what comes out. These cards, again, are very hard to handle. This one. Nope. Nope, not that one. It looked like it wanted to pop out. Anyway. This one. The Nine of Wands. Stamina. This card is so sad to me. You need to go the distance. Go the distance. Stand true to your path, like, and walk proudly through it. Is what I'm getting. Patience, the Three of Wands. I feel like this is more a message for them. They need to be patient with you. You're healing through something that's very difficult. And even though you're drawn to them sexually and emotionally, and you see that they want to offer you something, some kind of help, some kind of love, some kind of something, they need to be patient with you. The Temperance, moderation. So if you're still going back to the ex and doing the whole sexual thing, that maybe you need to watch it. Maybe this happens when you're drinking, like drunk texting, that type of thing. You may call on this Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo while you're drinking to come and be with you or to engage in conversation. And maybe they're just tired of that back and forth. Like, why can't you deal with me in the light of day? I feel like they kind of feel like you're keeping them a dirty little secret, and they don't want to be a dirty little secret. So, moderation. The Four of Cups, feeling dissatisfied with what you have. So, again, like, I feel like you're very dissatisfied in your situation with the person that you were dealing with prior. And you're kind of dissatisfied with the Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. Like, you feel like they're being impatient, or you feel like they're pushing something that you're not quite ready for. But you do call on them when you drink. So let me talk to you here, Gemini. You could be dealing with a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. Taurus has come up, but it could be any of the three. But you can't keep going back to your ex and then expecting this other person to be there for you, this Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, when you find yourself getting hurt, or you're a glutton for punishment. If you keep going back, that's your choice, and you're choosing heartbreak over happiness, and that's just ridiculous to me. That's just ridiculous. You need to have the stamina to stay away from the ex. You need to have patience in dealing with this Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo being frustrated with you, and they need to have patience with you, understanding that you're coming out of a marriage, you're coming out of a long-term relationship, and you're hurting. So they need to be a little patient with you. There needs to be moderation with the back and forth and the drinking. And I think that message is for both of you. I think that drinking leads to these argumentative conversations, and I have a feeling that these argumentative conversations happen after sex. So when we drink, my mom and my grandmother used to always tell me, a drunk mind speaks a sober heart, or something like that. A drunk speaks a sober mind. That's what it is. A drunk speaks a sober mind. So if you guys are drinking and you guys are hooking up, then after the hookup, then I think the conversations turn serious and you start to withdraw again. So you kind of call them when you need your fix and you need them, and you get what you need, and then you put them on the back burner, which is unfair to them. Which I think is the kind of this Four of Cups. I think that this person really has feelings for you, and you're kind of manipulating those and using those to satisfy your ego. So Gemini, pull your head out of your ass. Head up ass syndrome is happening here. Pull your head out of your ass and pay attention to the situation. You can't keep going back and forth to your ex, and you can't keep calling them for this Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo for booty calls, because they do have deeper feelings for you. And this could lead to depression. The more you manipulate them and the more you use them in that way, you can cause depression. And that's kind of what I'm saying in this Four of Cups here, and this Page of Swords in reverse. Just say what you need to say and stop going back and forth. Like, if you need time to heal, tell them that you need time to heal, but you can't keep going back to your ex. You keep going back to the ex, then you're going to be depressed and you're going to be upset because they don't feel that way for you anymore. So it doesn't matter how much you try to show them that you've changed or that things are great or you forgive them. And if you were the one who cheated, they definitely are not forgiving you. So if they were the one that cheated, I think that Gemini is trying to be forgiving and keeps going back to the situation in hopes that the situation will change. Bottom of the deck, we have the Two of Swords. So this is hilarious. And the Nine of Pentacles. And the Two of Pentacles. Okay. And the Six of Wands. So moving on. Anyway, you have the Nine of Pentacles. This is happiness. This is fulfillment. I think it's there if you make the choice. You can't keep going back to your ex because it hurts. How many times do you have to get kicked in the junk before you realize it hurts? That's what I want to say to you. You're not going to find fulfillment if you keep going back. Now, to these two. The Two of Pentacles and the Two of Swords. We've got a lot of twos coming up. It is the month of February, but we're looking into March. So you're juggling between two people. You could be dealing with an Aquarius, Libra, Gemini as an ex. and a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo as the other person. You're juggling between them. You don't know what to do. This is, you're seeing what you need to do, but you're not making the choice. And I think it's kind of funny, just the colors here. Green is growth for me, and gold, you know, security and stability with the red and the gold. And then you have this emotional stuff here. She kind of looks airy. She kind of looks like the moon. It's like choosing between the moon and the sun. So you're going to choose something that's keeping you in the shadows or keeping secrets, or are you going to choose the one that will provide you security and stability? Even though this feels like the sun to me, like Leo, but it could definitely be grounded energy with this green here. It could be you're choosing between your Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or Aries, Leo, Sag, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. Like, that's kind of what I'm seeing here. You have to make a choice. You have two people that you're juggling. Make the choice already. That's just crazy. That's just crazy. Anyway, the readings have been like that today. I've said something and then it's been reflected immediately in the cards. And I really like when that happens, because that means that I'm picking up definitely picking up the messages that need to be heard by someone. Not quite sure who. This might not be for the vast majority of you. If you are single and you're coming out of that relationship, then you need to choose between finding your security and stability, or staying in the situation where you feel emotionally, mentally manipulated and trapped. That's what I'm getting. Anyway, back down. All right, we're going to look into the fears or blockages for Gemini. Fears or blockages in this connection with the people, because it is more than one that Gemini is dealing with. All right, here we go. Last one. Are you watching Garfield? Yeah. Okay, here we go. Oh my gosh, I cannot. So I want to point out that when I pulled this card from the bottom of the deck, it was in the reverse, and we have it again in the reverse. So we're making a decision, finally making a decision in regards to the people that you're dealing with. So I have a feeling that Gemini is wanting to take the path of least resistance, but a decision has been reached. I don't think it's been quite communicated yet, but a decision has been reached. The Emperor. So the Emperor could be Aries or Taurus. So you could be dealing with a male or female who's taking on this vibe. You could be dealing with an Aries or a Taurus. Again, I've been screaming Taurus this whole time. But they have a life that they're living. Like, they have their empire that they are taking care of. You could also be adopting this energy and finally taking control over the situation, or taking control over your life. Because this decision has finally been reached. The Six of Cups in the reverse. So this is not going back to the past. So maybe the decision was, I am no longer going to go back to my ex. I'm not going to go back to the past. I need to move forward. I need to be the king of my castle. I need to have complete control over my life, is what I'm getting. The Two of Coins. Oh my gosh. Two of Swords. Two of Pentacles. Both showed up at the bottom of the deck. And now they are showing up here. And funny thing is that the Two of Swords was reversed at the bottom of the deck, and the Two of Coins was in the upright. And they are literally mirroring each other. So, again, I'm going to say you need to stop juggling. You need to stop juggling. You need to make the choice to move forward. We are no longer living in the past. We're starting to take control over our situation. I say that as if I'm involved, but I kind of feel involved because I'm doing the reading. But, so yeah, that's kind of what I'm feeling here. This is what I'm getting. Yeah. Pretty crazy stuff. Bottom of the deck. The Hermit. In the upright. Virgo. We could have been in our head since the sign of Virgo. We could have gone within, starting in the sign of Virgo. So you could have been withdrawing from the situation during that time. And we're still kind of in that lingering energy. Decision has been reached, but we're still kind of juggling between the future and the past. Again, I'm going to scream Taurus. Taurus is in your future. You need to let go of the past. It still could be Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, but this is Aries or Taurus. So this definitely feels like a person to me, but if it's not a person, it's a time frame. So we're going to say April, May time frame. Things might finally start to shift, and this is going to go like this. And it's going to bring in dreams, hopes, and wishes. So, stay true to your path. Which brings me back to the past energies for the messages. Follow your intuition. You did have the Emperor show up in your past vibrations, which, again, feels like a person to me. Using your logic. Using logic to get through the situation. Yeah. You got some good stuff coming if you just let go of the past. Let's move on to their fears or blockages in the situation. Now, this might pick up on the X. This might pick up on the Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. You do have the Hermit there. Could be dealing with a Virgo. But again, I'm still getting strong Taurus vibes here. Still getting very strong Taurus vibes. That's heavy. Had to take a breath. Might be dealing with the X. The Eight of Wands, again in reverse. That communication still is not happening. What is wrong? They may now be blocking you out. You might have tried to reach out a couple of times and they don't respond. Or they take a while to respond. The Three of Swords. In this deck, it is third party, if you see that. But I don't see physical cheating here. So the cheating may be done and over with. And this person no longer wants to communicate with you, shutting you out. So I'm feeling like we may be picking up on the X here. They may be shutting you out. The third party is no longer happening, which means that you are gone from the situation. Death card in reverse. Scorpio energy. The ending might have happened during the time of Scorpio. You may be dealing with a Scorpio. Like I said earlier, it could be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. It's the energy that I'm pulling for the person from your past. But I think that the breakup might have happened in Scorpio season, so that's around November time frame. But there's a refusal to let go here. There's a bit of obsession, too. Four of Swords reversed. Relationships ending. Coming out of our heads about the relationship ending. So, again, that goes along with that decision being made. We're coming out of our heads about it. But we're still in a reflective state. Like, I think mentally you figured out what steps you need to take, but you're not quite done internalizing it. It's almost like you need to plan your entire path before you take the steps. And then you have the Ace of Cups here. Brand new. Love happening. I'm not feeling like it's a new person. Holy crap. And the Two of Cups right behind that. Oh my gosh. And the Seven of Cups. Holy crap. And then again that Four of Cups. Oh my gosh. This is insane. And they're all in the upright. So the Four of Cups, you need to stop feeling dissatisfied. So this is past stuff moving into the future. You have the hot, passionate love. Like, I want you, I need you, kind of, but it feels more sexual. Then you have the Two of Cups, those of you that believe in soulmates and that type of thing. Two of Cups is definitely that soulmate vibe. We are vibing, we are connecting emotionally, we are connecting physically with a brand new start. So I think that if you have the communication, the honest communication that needs to happen, then this Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo may truly open up to you and allow you in. But until then, they're going to keep you at arm's length because that's what you've done to them, and they don't see anything practical with you right now because you've been so withdrawn and there's been no communication. If you're single, again, you're kind of going back and forth of, why did I leave my ex? You're still clinging to the situation. Nine of Pentacles came out. Complete satisfaction, receiving rewards. You put in the work, and now you're harvesting your fruit. You're enjoying your bounty. Let go is what I'm getting. Let go and move forward, because the rewards far outweigh the negative. If you could just move past that. Like, I see... And there's the Star card. Holy crap. Didn't I just pull the Star from the bottom of this deck? I certainly did. Here it is, the Star card. We have it coming out again. So there's a big wish here, and it's going to get granted. It could be getting promoted with the Pentacles here. It could be new happy home, new happy life. You might have just moved into your own place after a big separation. And again, I feel like that happened maybe in Scorpio time frame. But that's also still a refusal of letting go. But there's a big wish here. There's wishes being granted and fulfilled. So blaze the path forward, even if you choose not to be with either one of them. Like, blaze the path forward, because you have big stuff coming your way. Big wishes being fulfilled. No. Okay. The Lovers card. Oh my gosh, you have the Two of Cups and the Lovers card. What did I say about soulmates? What did I say about soulmates? I'm not a big soulmate believer. Not anymore. Used to be. Not anymore. But the Lovers card, that is the sign of Gemini. Most definitely. That is you. And you are in love. And if you pursue that love, then it's going to be beautiful and bountiful, steady, stable, secure. And if you're pursuing an earth sign, that is literally what... that is literally who they are as earth signs. Like, they are security and stability. Oh my gosh. And the Knight of Wands. Okay. So we have the Seven of Cups coming up as the last advice card for you and the person that you're dealing with. Seven of Cups is illusions. Getting out of your head. I really honestly feel like you sat for too long in the situation. See how the wallpaper is peeling and everything is all dingy and dusty? I feel like you sat in your heart space for too long, and you thought that you had options, but your options now are very limited. So, and by limited, I mean that I really feel like the ex is no longer going to keep going back and forth with you. So they're going to be cutting you off completely. And that could be due to them potentially having a new love. But you're also running out of options with this Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. They are ready to walk away from the situation because they don't want to play second fiddle to somebody else. They want to be your priority. If you do not make them a priority, then they will no longer make you a priority. That's kind of how earth signs work. Priorities come first. So when they let you into their life in whatever capacity, you are still a priority to them. They think about you. They try to help you. They'll take you in if you need it, that type of thing. And they'll be that rock that you need to stay stable. But if you turn your back on them or you treat them poorly, then when they cut you out, they cut you out completely, because it doesn't fit into their practical plan in life. And if you become a drain on them, then they're going to cut you out. That's what I'm getting there. But we also have the Eight of Wands coming up again. So this is desire, disappointment, and the Three of Swords. So that third party is still showing up. The Six of Pentacles, moving on and being generous. And the Two of Wands, Page of Swords, again showing up. So, and this is all leading into, towards the end of March, beginning of April time frame. And we have a lot of desire here. There's a lot of desire for change. There's a lot of desire for this lover. So move forward and start letting go of the past stuff. It could be start letting go of the past communication that you've had with this Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, or let go of the ex. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Because there's a lot of beauty here. There's a lot of give and take. There's a lot of stability coming your way if you just release. Flip this upright, let it go. Did we have, like I said, there may be kids involved. Yeah, we got the Page of Swords came up. You might have kids, and that might be why you keep going back and forth with the ex, but I don't see it being fruitful with the ex at all. Like they've given up on you. They're done. They've moved on. It's time you move on. You guys may still have a sexual chemistry, but don't play into it because it's just going to cause problems later on. It's going to give you a false sense of security. All right. Any messages coming through for Gemini? Even though these cards have been flipped, vice versa. This deck has picked up more on the Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo that you're dealing with, but we'll see what messages come through either way. Okay. The Knight of Cups in reverse, walking away from love. They're ready to pull away, rescinding an offer. You better communicate quick. Queen of Spears in reverse. This person may have fire in their chart. You may have fire in yours. I am still definitely picking up on feminine energy here. With the Emperor, it was more masculine, but again, women do carry masculine energy, and when they need to, they tap into that masculine energy, especially if it has to do with their survival. Survival of the fittest is kind of what I'm getting here. So, they're rescinding their offer because you haven't communicated with them. They're feeling very argumentative, very scorned. And don't cross the Queen of Spears. Don't cross the person that you're dealing with, whether they're Aries, Leo, or Sag, or Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, because they will burn that shit to the ground. They will definitely burn it to the ground. So don't do it. Five of Cups in the reverse. The need to walk away from a past heartache, past situation. They're no longer clinging to you or this situation. Strength in reverse. This could be you, could be them. They feel weak with you, I think, and it makes them uncomfortable. Oh, my ears are ringing. It makes them uncomfortable. They don't want to feel vulnerable, especially if you're dealing with a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, or an Aries, Leo, Sag. They do not handle vulnerability well at all. And they'd rather cut it out than hold on to it. I feel like they feel weak with you. And we have the Justice card, which is a Libra card. Card of Libra. What did I say? Oh my gosh. Okay. So while shuffling, I noticed the World card come up at the bottom of the deck. Big changes. But I feel like this is in the reverse because of the fact that you've made a decision, but you haven't moved forward in any way to address the decision. And with that Justice card in the upright, this person wants you to make the right decision for you and your family, or you and them. Like they don't wish any ill will on the ex. They may not really care for them too much, but I don't think that they would wish any kind of ill will on them. They just want the situation to be just done and over with. So they want you to make a decision that is going to be good for you. And even if that means that you're cutting them out because that you're not getting what you need from them, or you're not ready for what they have to offer, they're still okay with it because they have other things that they need to attend to. And this could also be the ex, like they're withdrawing from you. They're pissed off because there was a third party, yada, yada, yada. We've already covered that. But they're moving away from you, even though they're feeling weak and indecisive about which direction they're going to go. If you are single, then you're moving away from the heartache. You're taking time out from the world and maybe even work. You're withdrawing anything that has to do with sex or anything like that, because it's not right. Because it's not right. It's not just. And that's what I'm getting there. So take what you can out of it. Jocelyn, are you okay? Yeah. It's about time for me to give her some more medicine. Poor little baby woke up with 102 fever today. Doesn't make me happy. 102 fever. All right. It's pretty clear cut there. Yep, the 5 of Cups in reverse. You're both walking away. It might be you and your ex walking away from each other. It could be you and this Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo walking away. But there's a definite ending here. Definitely. The Lovers in reverse. So in this deck, this is a definite third-party card for me. This is no longer happening. It's time to let go of that third party. It's time to walk away from the situation. 8 of Cups in reverse, but somebody is still clinging. I think that's you, still clinging to the situation with your ex, which again leads me to believe that there may be children involved. Ooh. The 8 of Swords in the upright. Again, this deck is very non-traditional. She is the distraction while someone else is coming in to the home and stealing, taking from you, Gemini. So this is you and your significant other, partner, spouse, and this is the third party that's taking from you. They could be taking your spouse. They took your spouse is what I'm getting. That's some dirty energy right there. And you were oblivious to it. Because if you notice, she's looking back like, did you get it all? Huh. There he is again. The Devil card. That's him right here. It's kind of funny that the deck split that way. I'm going to take it. I have to take it. Okay. Put that off to the side here. So there was a lot of passion, there's like a ton of people in this card. It's like a giant orgy. I don't know if you guys can see that. If not, Google it. Devil card for the Tarot of Sexual Magic. Yeah. They worked together to take something from you. It could be your security, your stability, their obsession with each other. 7 of Wands in reverse. Yeah, so you were done wrong, I think. No kitty! No kitty! Sorry. They are chasing the cat. Let me talk to you for just a second here. This reading is very heavy. Very, 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 very heavy. I kind of needed a break from it. Just to kind of breathe. This is a really tough situation to be in, Gemini, and vice versa. This could be them going through all this, but I really feel like it's you. Somebody was a slave to their passion, like honestly, and it caused disruption in your home. Definite cheating. Like, they may have cheated with an ex. They may have had multiple partners throughout your relationship, is kind of what I'm getting here with this Devil card, because all the people that are in it, they could have had multiple partners and you were completely oblivious to it. But the message is you need to have the strength to walk away, or they do. The Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo could be needing the strength to walk away from your situation because they're investing and you're not. So I got that kind of vibe too. So it's a lot. It's definitely a lot. So we're going to get into the mutual messages coming through for both you and the people that you're dealing with, because you're dealing with more than one. I really feel like you're dealing with more than one. This really doesn't feel like a singles reading to me. I'm like grasping for messages for singles, but I'm really not getting very many. So like, if you are single and not dealing with anybody, like you're afraid to offer your heart to somebody. You're definitely needing time to heal. We are not putting ourselves out there sexually, like I said before. You might want to, but you haven't. We have the 8 of Swords. We just have the 8 of Swords in the fears. So I just want to point that out. Someone's feeling stuck in a mental prison, and we need to get out of that mental prison. You need to find a way to get out of that mental prison. I really feel like that's Gemini's energy. But I think it's self-inflicted. I honestly feel like it's self-inflicted. So you guys really need to work really hard on controlling what you think. The situation isn't always as dire as we make it out to be. And I think it's more self-doubt than that of someone else like mentally manipulating Gemini. I feel like Gemini right now is being their own worst enemy, and they are making themselves out to be the bad guy when it doesn't really seem like they are the bad guy. There may be the case where, we might be dealing with a Gemini that is, but I think that's external to you. The 3 of Cups, celebration. So the message with this card, celebration, just get out. 3 of Cups, and it's right over the Lover's card too, so that is still indicative of third party. But I kind of feel like in order to get out of your head, to get out of this mental prison that you've put yourself in, you need to get out with friends and family and stop being a hermit. Stop locking yourself away and internalizing all of this stuff. Like, you're mentally torturing yourself by going over and over and over it again. There's no way that past situation is going to change. It is what it is. It's already been done. It can't be changed. The only thing that can be changed is the way that you move forward from that situation. So if you get out of the house, out of your apartment, out of your car, out of wherever you're locking yourself away, if you get out of that, then get out with friends. Go be social for a little while. Give yourself a mental break from the torture that you're causing yourself. And by doing that, you may see things more clearly. But again, drink in moderation. Don't be drinking so much that you're calling this Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, oh, why don't you come over? Let's hook up. Like, drink in moderation and, be social with people. You don't even have to go out and actually consume alcohol. Go out and have a glass of coffee or a cup of tea or something. Go out and do something outside the house. Go to the zoo. Go to a park. Get out so that you can get out of your head. The Chariot. That came up in past energies. We're moving forward. We're moving towards something. And that's a good thing. That's a good energy to have. You could be trying to move closer to this Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, or maybe just moving forward to new horizons. If you look, I really feel like this is a sunrise, not a sunset. So it's a brand new day is what I'm hearing. It's a brand new day. It's a really good energy moving forward quickly. Could be issues with your car or whatever, but I don't really feel that. Like, if there's anything to do with a car, I really feel like you really rely on your vehicle for work-related purposes. The Six of Wands. Somebody sees you in a very beautiful light, or you see them in a very beautiful light. I don't really feel like it's being communicated, but you are. And the Two of Wands. And the Six of Swords. Okay. This is crazy. And the Judgment card. So there's definitely a divorce here. We have Justice and the Judgment. There's definitely a divorce happening. So let me lower these because I'm blind as a bat. Detachment and decisions. So you make the decision to leave. Get in your car, boat, plane, train, whatever you need to get into to move forward. And you've got some beautiful stuff happening. You've got celebrations and victory ahead of you. And opportunity. Oh, shit. What have I been screaming this whole time? Taurus. Taurus! Loyalty. This person is completely loyal to you. And if you just open your eyes, you'd see it. But if you continue to put them on the back burner and only call them for booty calls and not be 100% honest with you, they're going to cut you out completely. So you have decisions that need to be made there, Gemini. And I hope you make the right one. I can't tell you what to do with your life because that's not my job. Like, I don't judge people for whatever their decisions are. Like, their decisions are their decisions. And I believe that all life and all situations are based on our decisions. So if you can choose to live in the past and keep going back and forth with your ex, or you can choose to move forward because you do have somebody who's solid, stable, and secure waiting for you. But I get the feeling they're getting impatient and they're not going to wait much longer because they don't want to be second fiddle. They don't want to be a midnight snack. They want to be the entree. So keep that in mind moving forward. And those of you that are dealing with a Gemini in this situation, this will be the first time that I've actually addressed the other person, but I kind of feel like I need to. So those of you that are dealing with this situation and they're on the outside and you're the midnight snack that wants to be the entree, be a little more patient with your Gemini, because the situation isn't always as it seems. And knowing that you are probably most likely an earth sign and you deal in the practical world and you want everything to be practical and you plan out every step of your life, Geminis don't do that. They kind of just go like the wind. They're just kind of... Geminis tend to be very indecisive, especially when it ties into their emotions. So try to be a little patient. Say what it is you need to say, like initiate the conversation. If they don't want to initiate the conversation, you initiate the conversation and let them know, this is where I stand. This is what I'm looking for. And if you can't give me this, then I have to walk away. And I think that if you do that in that logical way and you approach them with logic, they may be more apt to respond and potentially move forward. Sometimes Geminis need a little push because they are so airy. So there's that. So that's for cross watchers. Thanks, V, for that term. I totally stole it. But if you're cross watching, then that's my message to you with what's going on with the cards. Again, singles I really didn't pick up on, but if I did have to pull something out of here for singles that are not dating, get out of your head, get out with friends, celebrate, move forward with your healing and your security and your stability, and you're going to find some peace at the end of that road. And not necessarily a piece of ass, but you're going to find peace. So, and you'll be able to move forward in a good way where we're actually healing from the past pain, healing from the hurt, and moving on to brighter things. Not necessarily another relationship right away, but brighter just in general. So get out and be social. All right, Gemini, make your choice. And with that, I will see you for mid-month readings. Thanks for watching, subscribing, like, share, and comment below. I appreciate all comments. So the queenly we. Anyway, I will see you guys mid-month.